welcome to C2C Express TV. My name is Chris Clemens, Shady Duck 1979, and tonight I thought we might have a nice relaxing fireside chat. Tonight we're going to discuss my Uncle Bob. My Uncle Bob was the kind of guy that I think everyone wished they could be. He could talk his way into or out of almost any situation. He was a physically large man, 6'7", well over 300 pounds. But even then, he still managed to have an even bigger personality. He had a strong sense of right and wrong, but knew that life was to be lived. He just had this way about him that everyone liked. When he was in junior high, he stuffed his teacher in a trash can. Everyone, including the teacher, thought this was hilarious. When he and my mother were younger, she heard about this white car speeding down the New Jersey Parkway that the police just could not catch. Eventually, she realized that it might be my uncle. When she asked him about it, he confirmed that he was taking one of the family's Jaguar XK120s and racing down the parkway past the police and not stopping, just for fun. As he grew older, not grow up, but grew older, he decided that the only way he could do better was to go from fighting the man to becoming the man. He ran for mayor of Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey as a Democrat because he said that they were the only ones who would ask. He still had long hair that he wore in a ponytail and a diamond earring. When asked if he would get a haircut and take out the earring, he just said, "Who's big enough to make me?" He won his election and became mayor. While he was mayor, when he could not make people see reason, he would do things like crush soda cans on his forehead. Rumor has it that he even smashed a table in half over a budget that had too much pork in it. Once the pork was removed, probably because of that table smashing, he signed it. Later, he ended up on WOND radio as part of two shows. Bob Burns in Your Afternoon, his own talk radio show, and Your Neighborhood Garage, a weekend show where he joined other hosts to talk about something he loved, cars. How to fix them, and how not to be taken to the cleaners by people who fix cars. He had a rare gift. He would listen to people. He genuinely cared for people and wanted to help them. He cared a lot about family. On Father's Day every year, he would talk about his father for the show and invited others to call in and do the same. For many years, he would write me letters on my birthday and at Christmas, telling me stories about my grandfather and other members of the family who I never knew because they passed before I was born. He always liked to compare me to my grandfather. He always felt that him and I were very much alike, and maybe we were, maybe we weren't. But my uncle and my grandfather were definitely very much alike, and I'm not sure my uncle ever realized that. My parents were typical parents, doing the best they could to raise a son who could function in normal society. My uncle had no such constraints and was happy to both encourage me to do the right thing and to go against the status quo when necessary. He gave me my first explicit lyrics tape, Motley Crue's Dr. Feelgood. He gave me the wildest toys you could possibly imagine to give to a single-aged boy. When I was 7 or 8 years old, he gave me a nitro-powered helicopter, much to my parents' chagrin. I always looked forward to the Uncle Bob gift, and my parents, I'm sure, dreaded it. When I decided that I did not want to go to a regular high school and I wanted to go to a vocational school, he told me that forgiveness is easier than permission. And with that, I signed myself out of the high school and into a trade school without my parents' knowledge. I used to love as a kid going to visit my uncle at his house. He always had cool toys. He was a Ford guy, always had a bunch of Fords. British sports cars, and I very much remember his El Camino when I was a kid. It's probably why I love them so much now and why I still have my first. I was born with a rebellious nature, and he really helped to foster it. That's all for tonight, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and be true to your school. Thank you.